Should you buy or rent a home in the current financial environment? That's the question on everyone's mind. This decision is not just another mundane choice to make. Oh no, it's a pivotal one, capable of shaping your financial future. It's a crossroads, where the path chosen can lead to vastly different landscapes. Today we'll explore this complex terrain together, navigating the peaks and valleys of both buying and renting. We'll delve into the pros and cons of both to help you make an informed decision. Scene script. First, let's explore why buying a home can be advantageous. Imagine this. You're standing on the threshold of a house that you can call your own. There's a sense of pride and accomplishment that comes with home ownership that's hard to match. And this feeling is just one of the many benefits that buying a home offers. Perhaps one of the most compelling reasons to buy a home is the opportunity to build equity. When you pay rent, that money disappears into someone else's pocket. But with a mortgage, every payment you make contributes towards owning more of your home. Over time, this builds equity, which is essentially the portion of the home you truly own. This equity can be a powerful financial tool that can be leveraged in many ways, such as securing loans or funding major purchases. Then, there are the tax benefits. Homeowners in many places can deduct mortgage interest and property taxes from their taxable income, saving them a tidy sum each year. These tax incentives can make owning a home more affordable than it might seem at first glance. Stability is another big plus. When you own your home, you're the master of your domain. You can paint the walls any color you want, plant a garden, adopt a pet, or make any changes to suit your lifestyle, without needing anyone's permission. Plus, with a fixed-rate mortgage, your monthly payments remain the same for the life of the loan, offering predictability in an unpredictable world. And let's not forget about the potential for appreciation. While it's not guaranteed, historically, home values tend to rise over time. This means that your home could be worth more than what you paid for it down the line, providing a nice return on your investment. Clearly, buying a home can be a solid long-term investment, but it's not without its challenges. The journey to home ownership can be daunting, with potential hurdles and costs, but for many, the benefits outweigh the drawbacks, making buying a home a worthwhile endeavor. In the next scene, we'll delve into the flip side of buying a home. Stay tuned! While buying a home can be an enticing prospect, it's important to consider the potential downsides. First off, let's talk about the elephant in the room: upfront costs. Buying a home isn't just about the mortgage payments. There's a sizable down payment to consider, often 20% of the home's price or more. And don't forget the closing costs, which can run into thousands of dollars. Plus, you'll need to budget for moving expenses, furnishing and decorating your new place, and possibly even homeowner's insurance. Next up is the responsibility of maintenance. When you own a home, every leaky faucet, every noisy furnace, every patch of mold or peeling paint, it's all on you. There's no landlord to call, no maintenance team to take care of it. You either roll up your sleeves and do it yourself, or you hire someone. And either way, it costs time, money, or both. Now let's talk about depreciation. Unlike stocks or bonds, houses don't always go up in value. Sometimes they lose value. If the housing market takes a downturn, or if your neighborhood becomes less desirable, you could find yourself in a position where you owe more on your mortgage than your home is worth. That's a tough spot to be in, especially if you need to move. And that brings us to the final point: lack of flexibility. When you own a home, you're anchored to that place. If a great job opportunity comes up in another city, or if you just want a change of scenery, it's not so easy to just pack up and leave. Selling a house can take time, and if the market isn't in your favor, you might not get the price you want. So buying is not always the best option for everyone. Now let's turn our attention to renting. Before we dive deeper into the world of renting, we'd like to take a moment to remind you to subscribe to our channel. We regularly publish videos packed with insights and tips on a variety of topics that can help you make informed decisions. If you're finding this video helpful, imagine what else you could learn from our other content. So, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to stay updated. Now, let's get back to our discussion on the pros and cons of renting and buying a home. While home ownership has its perks, renting can be a more suitable option for many. Now let's delve into the advantages of renting. The first major benefit that comes to mind is flexibility. Renting allows you to move around easily, whether it's for a job opportunity across the country or simply a change of scenery. There's no need to worry about selling a house or finding a buyer. You're free to pack up and go when your lease ends. Another boon of renting is the fewer responsibilities. As a tenant, you're not on the hook for maintenance or repairs. If the furnace breaks in the middle of winter, it's your landlord's job to fix it, not yours. This not only saves you time but also unexpected expenses. Speaking of expenses, renting has a certain predictability when it comes to cost. Your rent is a fixed amount every month, and it generally includes expenses like property taxes and homeowners insurance. So, you're not going to be hit with a sudden hefty property tax bill or a spike in insurance rates. This predictability can make budgeting easier and less stressful. Lastly, renting can offer potential for investment diversification. Instead of tying up a large chunk of your capital in a single property, you have the freedom to invest in a variety of assets. This could be stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or even a small business venture. Spreading your investments around can reduce risk and potentially offer higher returns. But like anything else, renting is not a one-size-fits-all solution. It's important to consider your personal circumstances, financial goals, and lifestyle preferences. And while renting can offer flexibility, fewer responsibilities, predictable costs, and potential for investment diversification, it does come with its own set of challenges. Renting certainly has its appeal, but it's not without its drawbacks. Scene script. Renting can provide flexibility and predictable costs, but it also has its fair share of disadvantages. Firstly, when you rent, you're not building equity. Equity is the portion of your home that you actually own, if you were to sell it. When you're renting, every dollar you pay goes into the pocket of the landlord, not towards owning a piece of the property. Unlike homeowners, renters don't have a tangible asset they can sell or borrow against in the future. Another downside is the potential for rent increases. While mortgage payments on a fixed-rate mortgage stay the same for the life of the loan, landlords can raise the rent as often as allowed by local laws. This unpredictability can make budgeting a challenge and could potentially force you to move if the rent becomes unmanageable. Next, let's consider control over your living space. As a renter, you're limited in how much you can personalize your home. Want to paint the walls a different color or hang a picture? You'll need to get permission from the landlord. Some landlords might not allow pets or have restrictive rules about visitors. And if you want to make more significant changes like installing solar panels or a new kitchen, you're probably out of luck. Lastly, there's the potential for eviction. If the landlord decides to sell the property, convert it into condos, or rent to someone else, you might find yourself looking for a new place to live with little notice. While laws exist to protect renters, eviction is still a possibility that homeowners don't have to worry about. In conclusion, while renting can be a good choice for some, the lack of equity, potential for rent increases, limited control over your living space, and the risk of eviction are significant downsides. So, renting might not be the best option for everyone either. It all depends on your individual circumstances and financial goals. So, should you buy or rent? The answer isn't black and white. In the course of this video, we've unraveled the knotty question of buying versus renting a home. We've explored the benefits of buying a home, like the potential for capital appreciation, the stability it affords, and the freedom to personalize your living space. But we've also stared down the drawbacks, the financial commitment, the risk of property devaluation, and the responsibility of maintenance. On the other side of the coin, we've examined the merits of renting. Renting can offer flexibility, fewer upfront costs, and the luxury of not having to deal with property upkeep. However, it also comes with its own set of cons, such as the lack of control over your living space, the potential for rent increases, and the absence of equity building. The crux of the matter is that the decision to buy or rent depends on your individual circumstances, your financial situation, and your long-term goals. It's about evaluating your readiness to take on the responsibilities of home ownership, or whether the flexibility and ease of renting better suit your lifestyle at this point in time. Remember, there is no one-size-fits-all answer. It's a complex decision that requires careful consideration of many factors. Ultimately, the decision between buying or renting isn't about which is better overall. It's about which is better for you.